Welcome to another episode of Sense&Rants. I am Mutunrayo Adeola. On today's episode, we're talking about friendship, and I have with me today a very beautiful, wonderful friend, Biyai. She is a blogger, a poet, a wife, a mother, a brilliant geologist. Everybody, Biyai. Hi, B.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi, Ayo. Nice to be here.
Same here. Thank you for coming.
Yeah. Love the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Appreciate it. Yep. So, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself before we delve into the topic today?
Okay, well, my name is Biyai Garrix. My day job, I'm a geologist. I work for an oil and gas company.
You're a
Then
rich woman. Say that.
Pardon?
I say you're a rich woman. Say that.
No. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. I'm also a blogger on rovingbookwormng.com. I'm a bookworm, so I do book reviews. I am a poet, and I'm also a podcaster, Roving Bookworm
Yes.
Podcast. Yes. So then, on the other hand, I'm a wife, I'm a mother of 3 beautiful children, and a sister, a friend, and all things nice.
Yes. You are a
That's
wonderful friend.
it.
Actually, you're a wonderful friend. I love you. And so while we're
Love
here,
you
we're talking about friendship. So my
too.
question for you, because I met you really random, right? I met you on my last day in Lagos,
Yes.
December 2017. And we've just like kept in touch over the years. People ask me how my friends are so diverse in age and race and just like very different.
Mm.
Do you choose your friends, or like do your friends choose you?
Hmm. I think that most of the time my friends choose me,
Okay.
but that's because of my personality. I'm quite introverted, even if I don't look introverted, because that's what people say. People see me and they're like, they expect me to be, chatty, but I'm not naturally, just the way I am. So it's difficult for me to hold conversations or, know how to chat. Maybe like you meet someone on the plane. Like I have a lot of friends who would just meet someone in plane and then they would have chats. And I know that's why we're friends, because you would want to have chats with someone on the plane, but I won't. I'm just
Yeah.
like, I don't even know what to say to you, like genuinely. So my friends choose me because you probably have to be extroverted. You have to be the kind of person that would draw me into a conversation. So most of my friends choose me. However, I've chosen a few of my friends.
Okay. I think for me, I choose my friends just because I choose them in the sense that I'm always the person that reach out. Like I'm that, oh hi, give me your number.
Mm.
Do you want to keep in touch? Or,
Yeah.
let's do this when you're in
Mhm.
town. So yeah, I do to an extent choose my friends. What are criteria that you look for when you're choosing friends?
Okay, when I'm choosing friends, because even when friends choose me, I
Mm-hmm.
still kind of like decide whether I would continue with the friendship or not. Because I mean, you start like, oh, I meet you, and then I kind of have conversations with you at first, and then find out if we have the same beliefs or the same morals or the same values.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't choose my friends based on, other things like if you're single or you're married or you're 22 and I'm 40 or you're 60. No, I don't base that, but we just have to have like a common ground where we can connect and just hit it off. And you I love people who enjoy a joke, who have a sense of humor. If you don't have a sense of humor, it's never going to work,
Anywhere.
because it's never going to work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So for me, I find that I choose people based on values.
Mhm.
What speaks to you, what speaks for you. I do that. I love people that are very spontaneous. I think one thing that drew me to you was the fact that when you had a birthday party, or when you turned, was it 40? And you say you wanted to go skydiving. I was like, oh my God, I'm literally going to be a friend forever. Now she cannot get rid of me. Because I was just like, how, like for a Nigerian woman that grew up in Nigeria, lives in Nigeria, and wants to
Yeah.
skydive, I was like, she's adventurous. She has to be my friend.
Yes.
So that fun part, of course, for me, just like drew me to you, and your religious views, like your core, your family, the way you hold them so tight, and just I know how much they mean to you. Coming from someone who is trying to build relationships um that have meaning, that I can look back and say, yes, these are my families, these are my chosen family, these are friends. You were a good epitome, is that the right word? Whatever that
Yes,
word
I
is,
think.
yeah, of that for me. And I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna learn a lot from her, which is also interesting because one thing I struggled with was um trying to understand that even though you're older, oh, they took your light.
We're in Nigeria. It's going to come back. It's going to come back. Just be
Okay.
calm.
Oh,
Two phone lights on. This is
oh
so
no,
funny.
gee, thank you so much. But man, this is epic. Nigeria can like to disgrace people. Um,
Yeah, but I mean, this is keeping it real.
this is keeping it real for real. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I remember where I was. Something about my friends are also like very diverse in age. Like, I have
Mm.
teenagers, I have 20s, 30s, I have 40s, I have people older, like just way older. What has helped you choose friend across different generations, and how has that helped you? What did you learn from those people across the different generations?
Well, I mean, there's a lot to learn. I mean, it keeps you in every generation, really. You know what's happening.
Mhm.
The older people would give you advice. They would tell you, what to expect. They would tell you, oh,
It's
we're
back.
back. So they'll tell you, how from their own point of view, how it would be
Mhm.
best to live your life and mistakes they've made, so you don't have to learn from your own mistakes. From the younger people, I mean, they'll keep you young.
Keep you on
They'll
your
keep
toes.
you, yes, keep you, make you feel good. But you still learn a lot from them, not just, because things have changed, things are
Mhm.
changing, and then you'll be able to be, to always be relevant. Especially for me, I'm a mother, I have a teenager, and my younger friends in their 30s and in their 20s, I'm able to speak to them and say certain things. I was talking to someone the other day at work, one of my younger colleagues, and I was telling her what my daughter said, and she was like, "Oh, you know what? I can relate with that." And I actually thought it was like, for what, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But when I yeah, but when I spoke to her, because it was so alien to me, because of my upbringing and my generation. But when she tried to, give me her own perspective, I was able to understand it. Even if I didn't agree with it, I mean, we don't have to agree with everything, but at least I was
Right.
able to see that, and they helped me with that a lot. So.
That's good, actually. I can't wait to have kids and then have younger friends so that I can learn from them on behalf of my
Yeah.
children. Just because people keep changing, and generations, something new comes up. It's new rules,
Yes.
new ideologies everywhere.
Mhm.
But what
Mhm.
is a myth about friendship that you've encountered or that you've seen?
I think the biggest myth is that friendship is forever. Like I think that's the biggest myth. When
Mm,
people are young and they're like, "Oh, friends forever, friends forever." I mean, you never know, really.
yeah.
Um, I'm a Christian and I really believe in the Bible, and it's a complete book. I always say it's a complete book. It has everything. And the Bible says something. There's a time and a season for everything, and I believe it, so it also applies to friendship. There's a time and a season for friendships. There are some friendships that would or may last forever. There are some that are just for a season, of your life. And yes, sometimes we have these friends and we hope that, we knew them from when we were young or we were teenagers, and then we're now older and we still have those friendships. But when you look back, no matter how old you are, whether in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, you look back, you find out that some of those friends that you made when you were a teenager, maybe you just have one that you still have close to you.
Yeah.
Not all of them. Some of them, it's nothing bad. You just grew apart, you just moved on, your values changed, all that. So that's a myth that a lot of young people should know, and not take it too seriously, but just also be, no, don't hold on too tight. Just, yeah, just
Enjoy.
live.
Mm, mm.
Yes.
So talking about letting relationships end or friendships end, right? Do you think some relationships end because of expectations from people? I think for me personally, I'm a friend that I show up for friends. You have your graduation for your child, I'm there for you. You're crying over a broken relationship, I'm there for you. You need a shoulder, I'm there for you. But I learned real fast in 2018 that friends will not always show up for me the way I show up for them. Um, at first it hurt. It hurt really bad because I had the expectations from these people that if I can do this for you, you should also be able to do it for me.
Do
But
it
I
for
had to
me. Yeah.
learn, like I had to take a step back and be like, just because people, not everybody will be like me. Not everybody will show up for me the way I show up for them. So have you how has expectations of friends or friendship shaped that myth for you?
Okay. First of all, I think that in every relationship, people should have like basic expectations. Loyalty, honesty, just to be there for you. But we need to also bring perspective into it, and also realize that it's not okay. So first of all, let me start by saying that not most relationships are never 50-50
Right.
at the same time, whether it's a romantic relationship or it's a friendship.
Mm,
So it's never really 50-50. So someone may be, someone's personality, like you, may be the one who would call, would do this, would do that. And the other person may just be naturally laid back. It doesn't it doesn't mean that that person loves you less. It doesn't mean that the person doesn't wouldn't show up for you, but should anyway, which is part of friendship. But why I talk about perspective is there are some times that people can't show up for you because they can't. Maybe they can't afford it. If I lose someone, and I mean, you're in America, there's no way you're going to come for the funeral, or there maybe you're getting married, and I don't have money. I really want to come. I really want to be there, but I can't. It's just my reality. So I can't place those expectations on my friends. Or the ridiculous one that happens in Nigeria, where you're getting married and then you tell your friends to buy an ashebi of 300,000 or 100,000, whatever. And you know that, these are hustlers, they're just trying to get by. And then, you just put this unnecessary burden on them. So yes, you should have some basic expectations, but they should be, you should also be fair. You should also be fair. Um, I know that with people who always show up, who always, find a way to get there, I know how whenever I come to the US, you're always like ready to come wherever I am. And I mean, I am so grateful. I've always been so grateful. And I remember when I went to Minneapolis to see you.
Yeah.
The time I went there, I was like, I must go and see Ayo.
That was
I
a good
must go and
time.
see Ayo. And you know what? It was so serious, because it was like between you and my family. And because I mean, you sometimes you meet me in New Jersey, and Because when I come to the US, I want to either see my sister in Houston, or I want to see my aunt in New Jersey, but it was so important to me that I come, just come, no matter what, so that's, showing up and making the person see that, what, I really care about you. I really appreciate you. But sometimes it doesn't just happen, and we should be able to try to see the difference between not really caring and not actually, or actually not being able to show up. Yeah.
Mm.
So that's expectations for me, and I keep my expectations low. I try to be, yeah, I keep my
Yeah.
expectations low.
Yeah, that's something I had to learn. Like, I literally had to learn in the
Mm.
very I won't say difficult, but it was just something I had to learn at some point with friendship for
I
me. Yeah,
understand.
I was just like, girl, not everybody will show up for you just because you can like literally do this, or yeah.
Hmm.
It was an interesting learning curve for me for sure.
Mm.
So talking about expectations as well, you see people now on social media saying, oh, if your friends don't support your business, or if your friends don't show up for you, or if your friends cannot repost something because of you cut them off, they don't support you, your friend, what's it called, the cancel culture, right? That's what it is now these days. What do you think about cancel culture, and how does is that something you've done to end a relationship, like a friendship?
No, I mean, first of all, I have few friends because I'm like, I'm not lukewarm. I know that, and I'm not saying this that people who are lukewarm, in quotes, the
Mm,
people who I'm calling lukewarm are bad. They're just who they are. They know how to have friends in the middle. I'm not too close to you, but I'm your friend.
yeah.
And then I have like all my buddies, I'm really close to you. And then I have those who are not my friends. I'm not lukewarm at all. I'm either in or
Or
out.
out.
So my friends are few. So it's difficult for me to say that I would want to end a friendship. It would be very difficult. That's number one. Number two is, I don't think that there's anything that somebody can do that can't be forgiven. I don't think so. If I have, if I'm in with you, I don't think so. I know that, there. I can't say that a betrayal won't hurt. I won't say that, because that's like, the worst thing that someone can do to me. You betray my trust and all that. But if you're repentant and you say, you know what, I made a mistake and I'm sorry, we can be able to move past that. I mean, that relationship would have to go through what a broken relationship will go through, and then I would have to probably rebuild that trust and so on and so forth. But that's my approach. I think that young people are too, I don't know, they just have these
Be
expectations,
here or be gone.
and just put this load on top of their friends that they can't carry.
Ooh.
And that's why, yeah, and that's why you need to step back and ask yourself that if you were in his or her shoes, of which you're not, will you be able to do that for that person? But you have these huge expectations. I think she should have done this. I think she should have done that. You know,
That's
says who? You
interesting.
don't even know her mental state. You don't even know, what she's going through. She may not tell you everything. Maybe she's broke. Maybe she's going through a breakup. Maybe just so many things. Maybe she's having a hard time at work. Just give people a break. I think that, so someone doesn't repost what you did. So what? So some of these things don't even cross my mind. I mean, I have so many things on my mind. Sometimes I remember and I do it, but sometimes I don't. And it doesn't just mean that I don't support you. It doesn't mean that. And if you feel that way, you should say it, because, like I said, I'm in with my friends. So my expectation, another expectation I have, which I had to learn, that is that your friends may not tell you exactly how
How
they
they
feel,
feel, yeah.
you know. Yeah, but But that is something that I would really like my friends who are very close to me to be able to say, you know what, why didn't you repost my stuff now? Or just say, repost my
Please
repost it
share.
now. Be like, go to my just go to send me a direct message
Mm,
and say, please repost, please share with your family and friends, tell them
yeah,
about me. Of course
yeah,
I'll do it. When you say that, then I will remember. Because the world is so busy now. So I have to cut people some slack. I really do. Because when I look at my life, I'm like, no, I can't have these expectations from another person. That the person will remember to repost, person will support my business. The person, come on. That person has family, friends, sisters, brothers. I'm not your only friend.
right, right, right.
So if that person spends time reposting every friend they have, business, then that person is jobless.
You know what?
Yes, yes,
Ah,
seriously.
that's interesting
Because
because
you're going to use spend, yeah. How many hours are you going to spend doing that? How many hours do you even spend on social media? Unless you live on social media.
yeah,
So we need to be fair. We need to reflect on this and just don't do, just I go back to the, to God, do unto others what you want others to do to you. Because if all your friends, five of your friends, someone is calling you saying, you, oh Ayo, you didn't repost mine. Another person calls you, you didn't repost it, you'll be overwhelmed. You just be like, oh my God.
yeah. So talking about cancel culture, I cancel easily. Um, yeah, like literally. I won't say I don't give second chances. I'm just saying second chances for me are not. I don't know. I feel like it's an opportunity for somebody else to do the same stupid stuff they did before. Um, which is interesting. So one of my best friends, when I moved to Minneapolis, actually, I used to think this girl would be my friend forever, like till death, till whatever. And we're always talking about how, oh my god, you'd be my best lady when I get married, blah blah blah. Well, something happened with her family, and it just got messy with me, and her families were involved. And like till today, I still miss her. Like I miss our friendship. I miss our relationship. I miss everything we had, like the memories. The other day, I was like going through some old pictures, and I saw like a card she had addressed to me for my birthday, and I was just like cracking up. Like I really miss that friendship, but I also know not to go back to that relationship, to that friendship. Like when we actually stopped being friends, I cried just because of how much I literally loved this girl. Um, but like things would happen. Like when she got married, I sent her a text. When she lost a loved one, I called her to make sure she was okay. But I also know that I would not go back to that friendship. Have you had someone so close to you get canceled? Not because they didn't post your business, of course, but for something more, more important or more difficult to deal with.
Nobody comes to mind, that I have canceled, but I totally understand
Yeah.
what you're saying. There are some situations that you may need to do that. There are some friendships that become toxic, that you can't just continue either, the situation. Okay, no, I remember a friend I had to cancel. I remember. But yes, I had to I don't say cancel. What I say is I have to let go of that friendship.
Yeah.
I had to let go of the friendship. And it was a friendship with, a guy. He was just a very good friend. And he knew how, me and my, anyone who's my friend is friends with my
Husband.
husband,
Yeah.
just stuff like that. But he met this girl and was going to get married, and they were going to get married. And she just didn't like me, you know. And yeah, it was just getting very uncomfortable. And then um I saw him like in the middle of, I don't know, And I was like, you can't choose me. It's not possible, you know. So I had to let go of that friendship. But it was painful because he was, I mean, he's a great guy. He's a you know, just a godly guy. He's just a nice person. He was a nice person, but I had to let go of that friendship. So I totally understand, for his peace and
Yeah.
then for my
Yeah.
peace, you know,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
You know, so I totally understand where you're coming from. And yes, you would miss it, but if it's not going to, if it's going to affect your peace of mind, it's not worth it. I mean, you know your heart, you know you don't have anything, you know, as long as you're not keeping grudges, you don't, you know, you've just kind of moved on, like you said, you know, you called, you did this, you did that, you just do the bits that you can, and yeah.
Yeah, because it was also very interesting. She actually like gave me the chance after like all the things with her family got cleared over. She gave me the chance for us to be friends again, and I said no. That is the canceling. Like sometimes I'm so not unforgiving, but I'm like so strong. I when I say goodbye, I just like let it go, even if it hurts me, which makes no sense. That part of me, I'm still working on. So please say a prayer for this girl. Um, yeah. What's the best advice you've ever gotten about friendship?
The best advice I've gotten is do all things in moderation, you know, love in moderation. um I think because of my personality too, and like I said, because I'm like either hot or cold,
Mm,
I kind of love my friends a lot because there are so
yeah.
few, you know. So it's like, and funny enough, I've never like said, you know, I always say I've never really, apart from Chi, you
Yeah.
know, I've never like said, or and my sister, my younger sister, I've never like said, oh, this person is my best friend. I'm not a best friend person,
Person. Okay.
you know.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not a best friend person. I'm like, I'm a good friend. I'm a solid friend, you know.
Yeah.
So the few friends I have, I'm like, I can
Hold them to your chest.
smother, you know. But I also realize that, you know, when you do that, especially because most of my friends are extroverted,
Mhm.
so they probably have a lot of friends and stuff like that. It affects me because, you know, I just want them, you know, to myself. So I had to learn how to I got good advice about loving them in moderation, being able to control it, you know. And it doesn't, you know, somebody will say, oh, isn't that being fake, or, you know, no, I mean, we should have self-control. We
Yeah.
shouldn't, you know. And it goes back to expectations, you know. If I put myself in your shoes, you
Yeah.
know, you have friends from all over, and then you're traveling to see this person and that person, and I want you for me,
Mhm.
and I still have other friends, you know. I don't think that's fair, you know. So I try to be calm.
Be a friend in moderation. Yeah, I actually love that.
Yes.
I need it in my life personally because I'm that friend that just like I want it excess. I want it abundant. Every the large ways. I think for me, what one advice I got will be love them now. Like they won't always be here. They won't always be present. So just love them, give them their flowers, let them know you actually care about them. But yeah, which is also why I don't have problems with leaving when that ship is over. Like,
Yeah.
I loved you. This is not our friendship is over. Yeah, but yep. Um, what is one thing that you feel like you misunderstand or you misunderstood about friendship?
What's that thing that I have misunderstood about friendship? Not me. I never misunderstood it. I think that a lot of people misunderstand it because I've never misunderstood it. It's the fact that if the friendship is not daily, like, you know, we work together, we buy the same clothes, we do this, we do that, then it's not real.
Mm,
You know, I have friends that we don't, I mean, one of my closest friends, you know, and even you, we don't talk all the time, you know, we don't have to, we catch up.
yeah.
And, you know, because, because we accept ourselves as we are
Yeah.
and we respect ourselves, we have respect for ourselves. We have respect for, other people in our lives. We recognize that there's family and there are other people, that are also important. So that every day, oh, I call you, you call me, oh, I forgot this, oh, please, oh, I don't, so people have that misconception. So when people choose me
Yeah.
as their friend and they exhibit those characteristics, the first thing I normally hear is, oh, I'm always the one that is
Calling
calling
you.
you. You didn't call me.
Yeah.
I'm always the one that is coming to your house. And then I'm like, no, 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 I can't do this.
Yeah.
This is like too much. This is high maintenance.
Yeah.
I can't do this.
I mentioned it. I love
Yeah, this is high
it.
maintenance. This is high maintenance. I actually told someone, a friend of mine, some time ago, like, this is high maintenance. I can't continue with this friendship. It's too much because you have too many expectations from me. So that's a misconception. I think people should just know that there are different kinds of friends. You may have a friend at work, you would see every day,
Yeah.
and that friendship becomes an everyday friendship. You talk, you can, call on the intercom and all that. So it's convenient for you to do that. But you can't be working in some other office, or you're in Abuja, or you're in London, or you're in America. There's time difference. We actually have to plan.
Yeah.
We can't be doing that. And then there's also the issue of, maybe you have a family, maybe you have kids, maybe not. you know Maybe you're doing like you're in school, you're working and you're in school, so you kind of have to make time.
Yeah.
I can't have those expectations and say, oh, Ayo, can you imagine, I called you the other day, I missed call, you didn't return my call.
Yeah.
It's so like secondary school. It's I mean, we just need to stop that.
Yeah.
So people just chill.
Chill, y'all. B said it. Take it. Yeah, so final question for you is going to be, is there a friendship you've taken for granted and you wish you hadn't?
I don't know. Nothing comes to mind, but I'm sure I have.
Yeah.
I'm sure I have. I'm sure we've all taken people for granted, and people take us for granted. So, if you're that person, I'm sorry, because right now, right now, I don't remember. Because a lot of, I mean, I've moved on from, some friendships and
Mhm.
things like that, and maybe yes, maybe I have done that. I'm sure I have, but I'm not sure it was not. I'm not sure it wasn't intentional. It was just, one of those things. Yeah.
And to the people that took it for granted, in your face, she made it. Haha. um, oh my God, B, thank you so much for coming. I really enjoyed having you on this episode.
Thank you.
Is there a last word for our audience, our listeners, before you go?
Okay, friendship is beautiful. Friendship is good. I mean, we're human beings and we're social animals. So we always want to have that person who has your back, who is ready to listen to you, and so on and so forth. So it's good. So it's good to cultivate friendships. However, like everything else, don't sweat it. Don't like it's not the be all and end all. So um just be happy, just live life. If it's not working, fine. If it's working, enjoy it. Appreciate your friends, support them when you can, and when you can't, try to try to say it. Try to be bold enough to say, you know what, I'm sorry, I can't do this at the time. I wish I could, but I can't. And then, even if the person still feels bad, at least you did your best.
Yeah.
You were a friend. So yeah.
Thank you so much for coming, B. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I had so much fun. Thank you,
Yeah, this was fun.
Ayo.
You'll be back for sure. Yeah,
I would love that.
for sure.
And you're coming on my podcast, you know that.
Of course, I would love to. I would love to be a part of it. Yeah. Thank you, Chi,
Okay.
for helping out with the lights, for being our producer from Nigeria.
Yes.
Yeah. You enjoy the rest of your weekend, V. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Yeah, bye.
Okay,
Love
bye.
you.
Take care.
Whoever it is you want to become, whatever it is you want to do, all you have to do is start. Remain blessed.